It's a beautiful day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. Hope you all are doing well today. So, on today's aspect or episode of Investment with Clean Homes, today we're going to be talking about, of course, we are going historical today. And the reason why we're doing historical basically is to give you a comprehensive report of how the real estate industry have grown from different regions to places. Gone are those days when we look at when the Lekki, Ajah, Ikoyi then used to be, very, very isolated, bushy, and of course waterlogged. But today, right now, investment at Lekki Phase 1, basically, if it's an apartment, depending on the quality and the structure of the apartment, you're looking at 350 million, 450 million. If you're looking at land is from 250 million. So when you look at, the way at which investment have grown from time to time, citing multiple, investment locations, looking at the return on investment, you will agree with me that this part of the highland is one of the best ways. So today we're going to be looking at, I'm giving scenarios of people who have invested over time, what they have, achieved over time. Very quickly, I stumbled on the document today when I was doing my own personal research, and I found out that the document was dated 1997, and the document, indicated a plot of land at Ajah area that was sold for 1 million naira in 1997. Now, today, if you should go to the same axis, if you don't have 40 to 45 million naira, you can't buy properties there. Then, if you should go to the exterior, to the extreme part of Ajah, those Badore, those, of course, you can still get maybe for 30, 35. If it's a, that is only on the case of a distress sale. Let's say, for instance, the owner needs the money and he needs to cash in, so he can give you on the distress sale for 30. But when you look at the likes of the Badore, the Abramadisonaya, you're looking at 30, 40, 50 million naira. And imagine the return on investment on the property that was made in 1997, which is 1 million naira and 50. Of course, that's return. So I also want to cite a scenario of a man who had the opportunity to buy Sudurili many years ago. Of course, this was dated back to 45 years, and the man turned on an opportunity to own an acre of land at Sudurili. And this issue basically the man had at that time was, of course, the man just came back from UK. Of course, someone who just came back from UK has had several experiences of civilization. So offering him a bush right now was not a good thing. But today, right now, 150 million naira cannot get you a full plot. If you're looking at 150 million, you're looking at maybe a 400 or a 500 square meter. So this is how land has appreciated over time. So when you're looking at doing a real estate investment, you need to understand some factors, and these are the factors that I'll be explaining. Number one, location. I've established over time that location plays an important role. Now, I've seen people over some reasons that, okay, I don't reside in this location, I don't have the intention of moving to this location, so I probably don't need an investment. But that obviously is a wrong idea. You don't need to reside in a location before you own an investment there. What should prompt you from making an investment in such location basically is that the infrastructural development that we have in that location should be a major concern. The businesses, industries that are moving to this location should be a very, very good, consideration. And when you look at different institutions, we have educational institutions, do we have financial institutions moving to this region, do we have hospitals, do we have trade zones, do we have businesses, do we have resorts, spa coming to this? So when you look at those locations, even if you don't have the intention of residing in this location, real estate over time have proven to be a vehicle of wealth multiplication. So what you need to do basically is that you can invest in this location, and you can do two things. Number one, when you're investing in a location that is developing, you must be ready to play the long-term plan. Now, the long-term plan basically means that you buy a property, that of course land banking, you buy a property over for some time, then you sell it off. I listened to Pastor Paul at the Pharisee story, and it inspired me a lot. And of course, after listening to that scenario, I had to go, do my own land banking, which was done a few weeks ago. Now, Pastor Paul shared a story of how his father bought a land at Akin Adeshola area of Victoria and many years ago. In fact, he said this property probably be born maybe when he was a toddler or even before he was even born. And the dad bought that property for £2,000. Then, according to him, properties then are sold for 2,000. Of course, Nigeria used to spend pounds then. Then, when they were to confiscate this property, now before this property was sold, they said they leased the property to some companies, and the companies paid them annually. According to Pastor Paul, he said the money they earned as rent on that property was able to send himself and his brother to school. That is the power of location. So I'm sure by that time, many of them were not residing there, or perhaps many of them were to there. So this is the power of location. That's the power of location. So after the man, after they rented that property for a year, they decided to sell it. And guess how much they sold it? They said they sold that property for closely to 5 million US dollars. 5 million US dollars. So when you look at that, so that means they sold it for 5 million US dollars. And of course, Pastor Paul obviously is a smart person. So he took that money, invested 25 million naira at Lekki Phase 1, where they have their rock cathedral today. And when they are to evaluate the worth of that property, apart from the building, the structure will be rated. Of course, if you have been to Lekki Phase 1, we have a house on the rock. It's acres. I can't give the precise number, but it's an acre. So when they brought in a property valuer to do a present value of that property, the property that Pastor Paul bought for 25 million is now valued at 3 billion 3 billion naira. Without the structure, minus the structure, the property is worth 3 billion. So this is what location can do for you. So you don't buy because you need it. You buy because of the fact that people will need it. Development will go to those areas. And this is a long-term game I'm talking about. Imagine you having acres and you're leasing some out to some companies to erect their buildings temporarily, and they pay you in. You're having some where you build in your residential flat. You don't need to live where you are. You don't even if you're not in Nigeria, you don't need to stress yourself. Just buy the property, because the need for the property will come. And when the need arises, this is where you make money. I hope you've been able to get a lot of value based on what we've explained. And of course, we still have a lot of our properties that is still selling. So immediately after this video, we'll show you some. And of course, if you have more inquiries, more information about it, how you can inspect. And of course, like I've always been saying, price is what you pay, value is what you get. Thank you very much, and see you in our next video. Have a nice day. Bye. A wonderful congratulations to all our subscribers that keyed into Prime Shelter. For many of you who have been wondering, development is still ongoing. The perimeter fencing is going on, and the reason why this project is not going to stop basically is that we also want to set out a clear difference. Some people will just fence on parts. We are fencing everything. These guys have been on site since last week, and of course, like we said, we won't stop until we have delivered greater development that we've promised. So a beautiful congratulations to all our wonderful subscribers who have keyed into this project. This is where your money is going to. This is what we're doing. And for those who want to tap into this opportunity, price increase is on the 1st of August. So this property will be having 1.5 million naira appreciation. That means from 2.5 it's going to increase to 4 million. Like I said, 1 minute, 2 minutes ride from the popular August University. So you don't want to be told how you have the opportunity to buy this place for 2 million and you're not begging to buy now that it's about to sell for 4 million. For more information, contact the number below the caption of this video, and let's bring you here for inspection. We have limited plots for 2.5. You know, say now you they complain, say your landlord they increase house rent anyhow. You can't they complain, you don't even like them. You know, say yesterday you and madam talk, say if I could just see any kind of opportunity like this to just buy one small land, we wanna go build, we go solve this your out landlord pahlava. Now I want make you know, say God what you pray for, if they answer prayer, see what he give you. King's Court. You know the amazing thing what I can't like about this property be say, see, this place they already residential. So gone are those days wey be say you go dey buy or you go dey travel miles, go distance to go buy property. Now make I just quickly advise you now. You know say me I dey always talk through as it better be. Now the land be this, shey you see, na your land be this. Na Augustine University na im be this. This one no be story. This one no be say they go say na 5 minutes, 10 minutes. This one the story don even end. We don end am. Na the property be this. Now as you see this land now, the best time to invest na now wey we never clear. You know say material don cost for market. By the time wey caterpillar enter here clear, by the time we start to dey put block, we dey put fence, na money we dey spend o. You know say we go collect our money back. So if you're buying now, you fit buy with just 1 million naira initial deposit. You go buy 500 square meter for 5.5. Now the issue be say that 5.5 include your survey, include your deed, include your see property wey dey very close to road. We no need talk plenty story. 5.5 all inclusive, include your survey, your deed and everything. You pay 5.5, we give you your land, you start to dey build. You know say that say you want something wey go dey give you money at the end of the month, return on the investment. If you carry yourself build for years, student no go collect am. If you build 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, you think say you no go dey collect 300,000 for rent? God don answer your prayer o. Na you make you take action now. Now, from now till 1st of August, if you carry caterpillar enter here, price go change o. The word dey say e dey wetin? E dey enough for the wise. Take action. Bye bye o.